And now, News Channel 10's 24/7 local weather first alert forecast.
Well, good Friday morning, everyone. We survived the work week. We're gearing up for the weekend. I am meteorologist Sheldon Brashears here with a look. Current conditions out there where it's yet another pretty warm morning out there. You will see further up towards the north, you've got some mid-30s out there, maybe a touch chillier than what we saw for yesterday. But here in Amarillo, holding serve at about 43 degrees here to start things out for this morning. We're seeing cloud cover continuing to filter in here from the west as we go on into this mid-morning period. We're going to see increasing cloud cover here as we go throughout the daytime hours. So our next weather maker is generally going to be, of course, those rain chances. How are things shaping up? Because today is the day that we're going to start to see that rain start to move in. So let's take a look at our current severe weather outlook. This is a general thunderstorm risk for Amarillo, and then you'll see right there a marginal risk down off in the far southeastern corners of the area where we might see some strong gusts, maybe a little bit of hail as well. So we're going to have to monitor that very closely. And of course, you know our first alert weather team, we will be staying on top of it to let you know how things are shaping up. But let's look at that model run as we're going to see cloudy skies out there. Here's the thing, showers start to make their way into the southwestern parts of the region possibly as soon as 2-3 o'clock this afternoon, and then it kind of starts to fill in from the southwest there at 7 o'clock for your Friday afternoon going into the evening period. But you'll see pretty quickly as we go on into the nighttime period, all of a sudden you kind of have this line of the haves and have-nots here, almost kind of right along Highway 60, where north of that line you're really not seeing all that much going on. Oh, looks like my map there started to move around a little bit on us, but there up in the north, what we're going to be seeing there is just maybe some spotty light showers, maybe some light sprinkles. Meanwhile, you're going to be seeing right there those stronger showers and thunderstorms. They're further off towards the southern parts of the area. So let's keep fast forwarding this model run. It's going to stay that way through the overnight period. You'll notice that us here in Amarillo, we're kind of right on the northern fringe of it. So we're really going to be awfully close to either getting a good amount of rain or unfortunately maybe a disappointing amount of rain. That's something we're really going to watch closely. You'll see as we go on into your Saturday morning, drier air starts to move and we actually quiet down by the mid-morning period tomorrow with maybe some of those showers working their way off towards the east. But then we shift our focus to what we call wraparound moisture, which is going to be maybe some spotty rain chances coming in out of the northwest. But you will notice as we advance things along here, it's nothing all that impressive. We'll see some scattered showers and thunderstorms that try to move in there from the northwest, but still maybe a secondary round that tries to make its way through. So in terms of totals out there, like I said, Amarillo, we're right on the fringe of maybe on the high end, a quarter of an inch for us. I think maybe right now we're in the neighborhood of maybe around a tenth. The further southeast you go, you're looking at over an inch possible in some isolated areas, especially if you get several rounds over and over as you go on into the nighttime period. Could see some really beneficial rainfall, but the further northwest that you go, of course, those totals get a little bit lighter. From Amarillo, a little bit north of that line, we're looking at anywhere from light rain totals to maybe a quarter of an inch, like I said, as kind of our high end here at home. Of course, that first round comes in Friday evening, and then that second and last round comes in later on Saturday and looks a little more like this, where that heavier rain is further off towards the east and of course might catch a few showers that push in from the north. So like I said, we're watching it very closely. We'll keep you up to date with what you need to know, but temperatures do look a little bit cooler out there. We'll see 68 out there as opposed to the 76 we saw for yesterday. You'll see low 60s up north and then maybe low 70s there down off towards the south as some cooler air looks to be funneled into the area for tomorrow. Of course, that slightly cooler air, rain cooled air, you're going to be seeing, of course, cloudier skies keeping temperatures down today, but winds are going to be nice and light out of the southeast, 5 to 10 miles an hour. Really overall not too bad. Of course, any thunderstorms that push through can kick those winds up temporarily, but those more organized winds do speed up a little bit. They become a little more blustery for your Saturday afternoon, but that's going to be out of the north there, a good 15 to 25 miles an hour. That does bring temperatures down a little bit. We'll see 57 there for your Saturday with 50s and maybe low 60s further off towards the south going on into the end of the weekend. We'll be back in the 70s with sunny skies there by Sunday, and then you're going to see right there mid to upper 70s as we're rolling into next week, and it does look like Monday into Tuesday we're going to be picking those winds up quite a bit out of the west, 20 to 30 miles an hour. If we can get some good moisture this evening, of course that'll kind of tamp down any fire danger, but if you miss out, unfortunately, those drier conditions, wildfire danger might be back in the cards going into next week. So of course for today, tracking those rain chances starting this afternoon through tonight. Our first alert weather team, we're going to stay on top of it. We'll let you know on everything you need to expect as you roll on into your Valentine's Day weekend.